will select board members, and we lay it out. We've done so for years, and I think we've been much more explicit.
It appears like Warren Buffett is going through a moral crisis. At the company's annual meeting in Omaha, the folksy billionaire CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, who has long traded on a spotless reputation, said he doesn't appreciate seeing so many workers lose their jobs. Let's examine his stance about it. Warren Edward Buffett, an American business tycoon, philanthropist, and investor, was born on August 30th, 1930. He presently serves as Berkshire Hathaway's chairman and CEO. Buffett is one of the most well-known fundamental investors in the world as a result of his tremendous financial performance, with a net worth of $117 billion as of October 2023. He was the seventh richest person in the world. Buffett was conceived in Nebraska, Omaha. He grew up with the interest in business and investing as the son of a congressman and businessman, Howard Buffett. He finally enrolled in the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School in 1947, transferred and graduated at age 19 from the University of Nebraska. After completing his studies at Columbia Business School, he based his investment philosophies on the Benjamin Graham-initiated idea of value investing. His investment company eventually purchased a textile manufacturing company called Berkshire Hathaway, assuming its name to create a diversified holding company, and he later emerged as the company's chairman and majority shareholder in the 1970s. He later started various business ventures and investment partnerships, including one with Graham Buffett Partnership Ltd., and it was established by him in 1956. The corporation Berkshire Hathaway is decentralized. The management teams of each of the subsidiary companies are still in place. BRK wholly owns somewhere between 70 and 80 businesses. Charlie Munger, vice chair, and Buffett are in charge of the corporate division. Less than 50 people work there. Buffett is ultimately responsible for overseeing each subsidiary manager, although Buffett stays out of the day-to-day management of each company he owns. Buffett purchased the companies because he's confident in their ability to provide income for many years to come. His business strategy is brilliant and tried and true. For many years to come, Berkshire Hathaway will remain one of the biggest corporations in the world. Buffett stated that he liked investing in already efficient businesses and that 3G is not the only company attempting to reduce expenses at businesses that might be less efficient. He claimed that the 3G people do it very quickly and are very good at making a business productive with fewer people. But that is something we have been doing in every industry. When Buffett first partnered with 3G, some Berkshire Hathaway investors expressed worry, wondering if the alliance fit with his reputation as a benevolent billionaire. Buffett is renowned for giving his CEO lots of responsibilities and for having a small corporate team of about 30 people. The key to the concept is having employees with the appropriate intrinsic and pecuniary incentives, as well as a track record demonstrating their competence. Because of this, one of the requirements is that any business ideas submitted to him have a strong management team. Buffett doesn't delegate any important capital allocation choices, though. Small bolt-on deals can be made by his CEOs, but for any significant investments outside of the ordinary course of business, they must come to him for approval. Murph taught me the majority of what I know about management, Buffett said to Cunningham. I should have applied for it much earlier, the speaker said. Warren Buffett, Tom Murphy, the longtime president of the media behemoth Capital Cities, ABC, was what Buffett meant by the term Murph. Buffett used Tom Murphy's management concept of decentralization, recruiting the finest people and granting them autonomy, establishing strict cost controls, and having lots of free time to manage Berkshire Hathaway's nearly 360,000 employees. The foreword to Berkshire by Tom Murphy, beyond Buffett, stated, "We are both advocates of a decentralized management philosophy, of recruiting key people wisely, of pushing decisions down the business, of setting overreaching principles and restraining temptation to get engaged with specifics." In other words, avoid trying to perform the barking yourself by hiring a dog, Thomas Murphy. And that is how Buffett oversees the company, 360,000 plus employees, choosing the best managers and giving them the respect they need to operate the business. Buffett has little to no involvement with them as long as they're making the required figures. Buffett is known for paying his senior management handsomely, but not so much for the rank and file. This is typically of large companies with few or no unionized employees, such as Walmart, FedEx, and most notoriously Boeing. By employing coders for the grounding 737 MAX at a rate of $9 an hour, the latter damaged its image for safety. Of course, the businesses and individuals in charge of them argue the practices are in no way against those of their employees. "We believe our pilots are spectacular, and we have no anti-union purpose at all." After negotiating new contracts with 2,500 pilots for his NetJets private aviation business, Buffett announced last year. Buffett also contracts businesses that offer meager salaries, such as the $9 an hour given by the company that manages the Chicago rail yard for his BNSF Railroad. Infinite and the rest of the guys moved to unionize at the Court Furniture Rental Barn in New Jersey. The ongoing absence of safety masks, gloves, and hand sanitizers was also denounced by the group. Despite the fact that doing so is obviously illegal, Buffett's managers fired all of them. Teamsters Local 814, better known as the Professional Movers Union, reported court rental furniture to the NLRB on April 2nd for engaging in unfair labor practices. Infinite and at least 18 other employees at the North Bergen warehouse, according to the union, were fired in punishment for organizing a union and speaking up against subpar safety procedures that put them all in danger of getting COVID-19. Due to the lack of quorum, the NLRB is unable to take action on the complaint. That's because, unlike with some other federal boards and commissions, Trump did not name successors for the board members who resigned, as evidence that Trump is behaving in bad faith. Julian Tisch, a Teamster organizer, cites what he labels the inactive NLRB, which lacks the quorum and can only act at the staff level. It leads to unprecedented action against workers and COVID-19 whistleblowers. Tisch informed me, "This is just a crude and open attempt to crush the rights of workers. This is the same thing that just happened on Amazon, where workers on the front lines keeping us safe, healthy, and fed us as much as possible are the workers companies are trying to exploit." Court Furniture Rental is one of the rising number of businesses that are allegedly firing employees for protesting unsafe working conditions and a lack of adequate protective gear during the pandemic. They span the entire spectrum from online retailer Amazon to Tipsy, a small wine boutique in Brooklyn. According to Tisch, the Teamsters organizer, the country as a whole is beginning to recognize the profound disconnect between the value workers produce and what they get in return. Tisch also thinks it's time for trade unionists to draw on their militant past, reject politics as the least bad alternative, and rediscover the power of refusing to work. The pandemic and the horrifying economic truths it has revealed, according to Tisch, are definite wake-up call for the working class. Tisch declared, "We must unquestionably push the envelope. To put a serious strategy into action, organized labor and non-organized workers must collaborate. Many people seem to have forgotten about the strike's power. All these workers see the injustices in society and they're willing to do something about it." Tisch told me of the non-union employees at Amazon, Instacart, Whole Foods, and other businesses. Perhaps workers will resume working in the street as they did in the past. An online petition established by the sacked Court Furniture Rental employees demand that the businesses quickly hire them back and outfit them with the necessary personal protective equipment to protect them from the coronavirus. Buffett stresses that a claim seems too good to be true. It most likely is. This rule applies to recruiting decisions in addition to investment decisions. Buffett continues to evaluate investments with caution and healthy skepticism towards unduly alluring offerings. As a result, Buffett has a strong track record of choosing individuals that add value to Berkshire Hathaway. When it comes to managing his workforce, Buffett is not hesitant to take on difficult issues. Several high-profile departures from Berkshire Hathaway over the years have served as a testament to Buffett's dedication to morality, honesty, and strategic alignment. We'll return with additional details and videos. Please remember to like the video if you thought it was informative and helpful. Please leave your comments, subscribe to our channel, and check back for more thought-provoking videos.